Hi, this is Dr. Bob Montes. I just want to take a minute to talk a little bit about case number one that's come up. We have a 15-year-old child, son, who is becoming very difficult to deal with. He's becoming angry at his mom. He's telling her off. He's telling her to shut up, leave me alone. This child is locked up in the bedroom. He likes video games, not doing as well in school. Anytime mom confronts him or deals with anything going on, the child just loses it. This is not as uncommon as you would think. I think one of the things you have to really look at to begin resolving something like this is look at parenting styles, and not blame the mom or the dad, but it's a group thing. It's a shared responsibility as far as parenting your child, of course. So in the first instance, the parent is actually trying to guide the child using a very laissez-faire approach. The child is coddled, looked out for his feelings. A lot of times there's no direct confrontation of the child, and there's no real punishment that's handed down for misbehavior of any type, and there's less accountability and responsibility going on. The laissez-faire approach is not an effective approach to parenting. There's many reasons why that's the case, but if you're that type of parent, you really want to avoid using that style. The second style that is often used is the authoritarian approach. The authoritarian approach is strong, domineering. It is a heavy-handed approach. It lays down massive punishments, extremely controlling. And the rationale behind doing something like this is when you were a child, you probably thought to yourself, if I ever spoke that way to my mother or to my father, I got it across the face, or I got kicked in the pants pretty hard. Now, while that may have been an effective way for you growing up, it's not the effective way for children today, and in general. Because if you were honest with yourself, the authoritarian approach actually caused you to avoid contact with your parents. You hid things, you snuck out, you did things that were kept under the radar, probably dangerous things, and that you need to have avoided. And thank God you're here today, but it may not be the case for your child if he starts to go underground. So the final thing is the final approach, which I think is the most effective approach, is the authoritative approach. Sounds like authoritarian, but it's authoritative. And in this approach, it is a approach that actually does more listening. It does not allow for misbehavior. It's a strong approach. It's a structured approach, but generally it avoids the extremes. It may be that your child is dealing with a number of things, and to be authoritative in the process, you're a good listener, but you're also not going to allow the child to run or rule the household. So there are certain statistics out there that show the authoritative approach is the most effective approach because of the listening capacity or the listening aspect of that approach. If you want more information, we can talk more on another video. I'll be talking a little bit more about some of the things that cause your child to fall into this category of becoming incorrigible. So that's actually a legal term. We'll talk a little bit about that and some options that you could take soon. Thank you.